Hello class, how are you? I hope you are enjoying economics with my effective PowerPoint presentation. Today this is last class, class 3 or part 3 of chapter 1, graphs in economics. We will cover today topics, that is types of graphs, then use of technology. In that we again have three types, that is computer technology, internet technology and data CDs. Now computer technology, there what caution we should take while using computer technology, what caution we should take while using internet technology, and what difficulties we are facing while using data CDs. In previous class, in part 2 class, we have studied about diagrams, and in this class we will study about graphs. Again, here in this class graphs are of different types, but only one type is explained, and with minute explanation or very limited content is there. So in this class we will complete we will complete the graph portion also, and we will complete all this technology. And here this is last class for this chapter. I request you all students to go through the textbook, because I am giving you a detail. I am not giving you detailed explanation like in textbook, line by line I am not teaching, because that teaching in this video it will be quite boring and you will not be interested. So I am trying to make this topic interesting in dilute form. I am giving you, because all this line by line reading will be, again I told, it will be boring type. So I request you to go through textbook. If any doubt is there, if any queries are there, if any question is there, you can raise in comments. You can text me also. All of you have group. In group my contact number is there, and best if you can comment, then that comment will be useful for everyone. You can comment for class also. How was your class? How was today's class? You can comment that also. Not an issue. So here types of graphs. In types of graph we mainly have three types. First is time series graph for continuous frequency distribution, and logarithmic graph. Again, continuous distribution is divided into histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, cumulative frequency polygon. This in statistics you have learned. And in this chapter we are going with detail of this time series graph only. And I told very short explanation is there in textbook, only one paragraph is there. So we will study that time series graph. Time series graph, what it is? Time series graph in a trade cycle in economics, usually we are facing various ups and downs. Various ups and downs are faced in a trade cycle or in a cycles of economic activity, short term and long term. Irregular short term and long term irregular changes are observed. The trends of such changes are obtained with the help of statistical tools, and when graphs are drawn taking these changes as variable and time period based, then such graph are called time series graph. Here change in variable is compared with time period. So time period and this variable is compared with time period, it will give you time series graph. Simple. Then all other type is not explained in this syllabus. We are only having time series graphs. Okay, this was very short topic of this chapter. Now next one is technology. use of technology in economics, in study of economics. You are using technology, you are connecting with your friends, relatives, with mobile phone you are connected, you are watching movies. Right now Netflix is going on, this all you are watching online movies. Then you are listening music on Savan or Spotify. That all thing you are using mobile phone, mobile technology, online internet technology. Then Google Map is used, or various navigating software are used to know unknown road while you are driving. Then to purchase, to order goods you are using technology, to pay bill you are using technology, to buy tickets we all are using technologies, and for many more purpose we are using these technologies in our daily life to make our life easy going. So why not we are using this technology in education? We should use this technology in education also, because all this usage is making our life easy. So we are using this technology in education to make education effective, to make education understanding very easily, for easy access also. Economics is an art and science which evolves every day as the behavior of human beings. Society and state changes with time. Hence, people in ordinary business of life as well as experts have to update themselves by the day, and technology helps to cope up. Now, economics is an art and science. Art means the way you represent data, the way you give advice, the way you understand and you provide, the way you understand the law, the way you understand various principles, and you explain or you elaborate that topic. And science means economics deals with certain principles, laws and rules that makes economics science, and its usage makes economics art. So now in modern days, means to cope up with this all technology and to keep ourselves update, we should use economics with help of technology. So technology is used to make the study easy. I hope this is clear. Next, first one we are going to start with computer technology. We are starting with computer technology. Here I have again shown the presentation, that is different types of digital tools frequently used in study of economics. First one is computer technology, second is internet technology, third is data study. These all three we are going to cover in this class. First one, we are starting with computer technology. Computer technology, we all are using computers nowadays, and computer, if no means computer is not there, then our smartphone is providing that facility of all computers. We can make our presentation in mobile phone also, smartphone. We can have PDF file in smartphone, no need to open a computer or anything. So how computer technology can make our work easy, how we can study economics with the help of computer technology. First one is presentation. The way I am making you to study, this is my presentation only. This all the slides I have made in presentation only. With help of presentation, the whole complex stuff of textbook, all line to line detail of textbook, I have made that complex topic in very simple form, and I have presented in attractive way. The way I have shown this boxes, I have made this 3D view so it can be attractive to you. So the complicated topics and theories in previous class, I have made you to show that all the graph, all the horizontal graph also was easy for me to show with help of this PowerPoint presentation. So study can be made interesting, study can be made attractive, study can be made from simple to from complex to simple. This way it will be easy to convert the economic concept with the help of computer technology in form of presentations. Second is Excel worksheets. Now, how Excel worksheets are helpful for economics? In 11th B class, I have given the project regarding the sample study, or I have given one study. Student can select any of the topic and they can study. There your sample size was very small. Say for example, you have taken 10 sample, 15 sample or 20 sample. Your sample size was small. But when researcher is studying, then its sample size be in thousands, 50,000 or lakh or 80,000. Now 80,000 student response they can write in page. If they will write in page, then how much time consuming might be there, then how much tedious and complicated process it will be. So this 50,000 data that researcher can record in Excel sheet, and this data recording can be made easy. Instead of recording on page, it will be very complicated process. So Excel sheet, by recording in Excel sheet all the data and applying by selecting all the cells and applying a formula is equals to sum. He can do sum within a click. Within a click, here he will get the sum of all the data. And if he is doing manually, then 50,000 data is going to plus, like 10 plus 20 plus 50 plus 60, then how much his work will get increased. So work can be easily presented. Researcher can easily put its data in Excel sheet and get the answer by one click only in its result. Then diagrams and graphs. This you have a live example. The teacher explained in previous class diagrams and graph with help of word only, with help of presentation only, with help of Excel only. So in Excel you can put this data, and by selecting this data you can apply tool of graphs and diagram, and directly here all the diagram and graph will be shown on a page of Excel sheet. So this way your work will get easy. Second is storage tool. Right now you don't have textbook, so we teachers have provided you with a PDF in class group. What is that PDF? Your textbook is stored only in certain MB or kbps, means your whole textbook is stored in one PDF, and that is in your mobile phone. You can carry mobile phone, you can sit and read anywhere, wherever you want. So all this material can be stored in hard disk or pen drive or email or Dropbox or Google Drive or DigiLocker. These all are the tools where you can store your stuff, where you can store all your data, your material, whether it is photo, whether it is files, whether it is PDF, whether it is PowerPoint presentation. All your data, all your material can be stored easily with the help of computer technology in form of hard disk, pen drive or any other tools. Other tools means statistical programs like SPSS, Shazam, eViews, SAS. These all are the programs which make the researcher study easy. Means researcher are taking this type of software to make their research easy and in simple form. The researcher will buy this software and put the data, and he will get all the result, all the answers, and along the answers he will also get its interpretation. Its interpretation also he will get. So researchers' work is easy and researchers' time is also saved. And these all are the Gletal, PSPPR. These all are cost-free software available on internet. With help of these things, with help of this computer technology, presentation means using PPT, here using Excel, here using Word, Excel, here using pen drive and hard disk, and here all software. By using all these tools of computer technology, you can make your study of economics very easy in dilute form. No need to go with all the long procedure. Now, when everything is easy going, when everything is having its advantage, on the opposite side it will give disadvantage also. When there is positive side, there will be negative side also along with that. Okay, so what question you should be taking while using computer technology? Computer is an aid in studying, and it is not a study material by itself. It is aid, means it is helpful. It is not study material itself. It is not study material itself. It helps to make the process of studying easier and faster, but it does not replace the process of studying. It can make study easier and faster, but process of studying cannot be neglected. Means first you have to go through the content. Without content you cannot understand what the thing is. First you have to go through the content, then you have to practice. Without practice, how will you learn? Then you have to practice, then it will be helpful in learning. Okay, this process is going on. You cannot skip any of the thing. All these things should be in sequence. It will make your this process easier. Process will be made easier, but you cannot skip this studying process. If we do not use the right command in computer, we may end up losing our material. We may also end up getting incorrect graphs and data processing if we do not know the correct formula and commands. In Excel, if you have put data, this is all Excel cells. Here you have put data, and if you don't know how to do the sum, then here first you have to draw brackets, and then select the whole cell. If you are not doing bracket and you are selecting the cells, then your result will be wrong. So if you don't know the command or formula, your result will ultimately come wrong. These all are the things. Means computer technology makes your things, first it is helpful, it is aid, it is not I am writing over here in this space. It is aid, it is not study material. It is easy process, it makes study easy, but it is not process. Okay, if you don't know formula and command, then your result may be incorrect. Okay, I hope it is now clear. We are moving with next technology, that is which one? That will be internet technology. Purpose and manner in which internet technology helps. In computer we learned presentation, Excel, Word and Excel, and storage we learned. Then we learned other tools like software. And here we are going to learn tutorials, active learning, reading material, information, data, and miscellaneous. Tutorial means right now we are providing you with videos. Means our institutional, our educational website, means that is of our principal sir. That from that website we are giving you PowerPoint presentations, then worksheet, that you can see and you can learn yourself. This is tutorials. Active learning means we are taking your live classes. We were taking your live classes on Zoom. That was active learning. In that you need a internet facility. Without internet facility you cannot come across that thing. And it is same as classroom learning. As classroom learning is there, same way we are using active learning. Means on Zoom we were taking your live lectures where their teachers are in direct connection with her students. Reading material means online site, all the research articles, copy of journals, books are available. That reading material you can use and you can make your study easy. These material are known as e-books or e-journals. Then information means by directly on Google or any search engine, by directly typing any of the letter or any of the thing, you can get a lot of stuff or lot of information. On Google, by pressing only one word, you will get lot of information. That is of any subject you will get. Then data means in economics lot of secondary data is used. Secondary data means we are using production. Then in second chapter you will come across this all things, like what is per capita income, what is national income, what is unemployment, what is literacy rate, what is human quality of life, human index. This all things you will come in the coming chapters. So all this data, from where it comes? Like if I say the national income of our India, we can know from where? From government agencies. These all are secondary data. Government is first collecting the data, and that data we are using with the help of internet technology like CSO, NSSO, WHO, UNO. These all are the institutions. These all are national and international level institutions which publish this data on their website. And this data we are using for the study. This data we are using in economics, in statistics, we are using to have a research purpose or for having our study. All this full form will come in coming slides. In textbook also this full form is given. You can check on that. Miscellaneous, we can get quotes by economics, name of reference book, etc. Also on internet by using the search engine. Means on Google or any search engine, if you will write only reference book name, you will write only Gujarat board textbook, then also they will show you the textbook or they will show you the PDF file. Lots of window will get, lots of pages will get open, and from there also you can select by typing only a author's name. Also you can come with lot of information from Google or any search engine. This was about internet technology, how internet technology is useful in way of tutorials, in way of active learning, in way of reading material. By they provide information and they give us data related to various things. And in miscellaneous purpose, by writing a writer's name or by writing any reference book also we can get lot of information. Now information technology, this internet technology also have its limitation. What care we should follow while using this technology? The same way, internet is computer, like computer, internet is also only a tool, it is only a aid, it is only a helpful thing. It cannot replace book and teachers or our way of thinking and reasoning. You can get answers from search engine. But if you don't understand that, answer, then who will come to help you? Your teachers will come to help you to understand that thing. Okay, so this internet technology can give you content. They cannot, some might be able to understand also, something they can come across also, but certain understanding and knowledge is given by teachers only, or is your inbuilt quality that understanding that knowledge, that grasping power, technology cannot give you. A lot of substandard material, irrelevant information, misleading information, plagiarized. Plagiarized means copied. Copied articles are found on internet. We must avoid using those. In internet, a lot of misleading information, wrong information is there, copied. What I have, if I have prepared book, then my book will be copied and easily coming on internet. So you should be beware of this all copied material. We must avoid using them. You should avoid using them. Readers must have the wisdom of identifying the authentic material on internet. Only authentic website must be referred to, otherwise we may end up getting misled. Means authentic material and authentic website. No other website, means which is authentic, like government website is there, e-Pathshala is there of government, you can follow that. Government Diksha portal is there. These all are government portal where you can find all the material. E-library is there of government, central government. Okay, so from there if you are taking content, then it is okay. But if you are taking content from other website which is not authentic, then you might end up with getting a wrong information. Next one is last, data CDs. Data CDs nowadays we are not using. Data CDs means in previous time period we were using CD, that is a data CD, but nowadays we are not using that type of data CDs. So difficulties in using data CDs, previous that I will show you the data CDs part. That one is question in internet for education, this we completed. Data CDs. I am reading from the textbook. You can see that this one is last slide, or you can wait for a while. I am reading data CDs, compact disc, some authorities and agencies like laboratory, research centers, government agencies, etc. involved in collection and publication of information and data pertaining to macroeconomic indicators put a huge data content in compact disc and sell it to researcher and educational institutions. Such data are used by educational institutions, research institutions, etc. for their study. Some such data CDs frequently used in economics are CD by National Income Accountant, then CD by Census of India. Here it is, you can see. Here it is. First one is National Income Accountant of India, then National CD of Census of India, Annual Survey of Industries in India, NSSO. Means what all these are trying to say? Data is very large. When data is very large, then this government agencies convert this data into small CDs and publish it. Publish it means it gives access to public. It gives access to public in form of CD. And researcher and other institution use it for its own purpose. Now Who provide this type of information? CD is provided by National Income Accounts of India. Income Department provides CDs. Census of India. Census means every 10 years population is conducted. Then annual survey of industries in India. Industries, surveys. Then National Sample Survey Organization provide this in 11th standard also in statistics scheme. This is national, all are this national institutions. CD of data pertaining to any ministry in India which are provided by the statistical department of respective ministry, means statistical department will provide you the information regarding particular ministry. Regarding particular ministry. Some agencies like Central for Monitoring Indian Economy also provide data, also create data software which can be purchased only by research institution and corporation, and these are very expensive. Means Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, they provide data only for research institution and corporation. That are not open for public, that are given access only to this research institution and corporation. And why they are giving that access to this only? Because they are expensive. Normal public cannot afford that type of data. I hope it is clear. Data means government publish things for a common people, and they give in form of data, because CD, because data is very huge, very large. Okay, that's why. And this all are the national institution which provide you the data. Now, precautions, or what thing we should take care while using CDs. Since the data CDs and software contain a huge size of data, this become complicated to use. Its use is very complicated. Several sits in CD, and one must have the knowledge regarding searching the relevant data sheet and getting a relevant data. Means huge data. As they told, huge data is there. Now all this data is not useful for me. I only want particular data. Now I should have a knowledge how to get access to that particular data. If I don't have the knowledge of access of that particular data, then I have to go through all this content, and again it will be complicated and time consuming. Say for example, this data is related to all the educational institute of India. Now I want only of Gujarat state, and that also particular of South region, and in South Gujarat I want only of Surat. Now I want all these three filters. First, from all India I have to go to Gujarat. From Gujarat I have to select South Gujarat, and from South Gujarat I have to come to Surat. And in Surat also I want only of our school data, CC Shah. And in CC Shah also we have different categories like primary, secondary, higher secondary. So I have to come across all these states to get data. If I don't know how to get this access, then again the thing will get complicated, and data I cannot search along with that. Okay. Now what we learned in today's class, I will wind up our class with a short revision, so it might be easy for you. First we went through graphs. In graphs there were so many types. Three main type was there. First was time series. Second one was graph with continuous frequency. Third one was logarithmic. And in this chapter we are coming across this time graph only. In time graph, time period is taken base, and with time period variable is explained. Okay, then we were having 3 technology. First one is computer technology, second one is internet technology, and third one was CD. Computer technology, in that PPT, Excel. I will use other computer. In computer, PPT, then what was there? Excel, Word and Excel, softwares, and storage. Okay, then on internet, tutorials were there. Tutorials means providing videos and all. Then active learning was there. Active learning means taking live classes. Then reading material was there, e-journal and e-book. Then information was provided by search engine of various subjects. Then data means secondary data, government and international organization gives you data, CSO, NSSO, WHO provide you the data. Miscellaneous means by typing author's name, or by typing only a single word, you can get lot of information regarding that word. Last one is CD. Here government convert large data into CD form. Okay, and all these were having its limitation. This was all about today's class. I hope you all might have liked this class. And one more thing I would like to discuss here. From this chapter, total 8 mark is going to come. Of 8 mark, it is going to come in exam. 1 mark, 1 question. 2 marks, 2 question. And 3 marks, 1 question. So total 1 mark, total 4 mark, and total 3 mark. And this way total 8 marks things are going to come from this chapter. So I request you to study the small things in very detailed way. Small things like diagram, graphs, technology, its definition. You study these things in very detailed way, because you are supposed to give answer in 1 sentence. You are supposed to give answer in 2 to 3 sentences only. In 2 marks you are supposed to write in 4 to 5 sentences only, and in 3 marks you are supposed to write in 10 to 12 sentences only. So sentences are less. So I request you to study a detail. The keyword, you use keyword to explain the topic. This was all about today's class. I hope all things are clear. Chapter I have tried to make easy and easily understood by you. I hope it is easily understood by you. If you have any doubt or queries, writing comment, how was the class, writing comment, and if you have any problem, you can contact me. Okay, thank you students.